Okay, it's time to follow up my I Ranked Every Soothe 2 alternative tier list with all the plugins that I missed or have been released since last time. As of this video, I have 62 spectral correction plugins in my list. Remember back in 2018 when there was only Soothe 2? Well, those days are over. I'll rank everything, and since some of these plugins were in demo mode, I had to pre-record the demo, and when the plugin had expired or wasn't available, I'll refer to my previous video. But this will be mostly fresh reviews. And it has been a while since I used some of these plugins, so we'll have to figure them out again. But at the end, I'll see how my new list stands up to the old one. Has anything changed? Watch to find out. Let's begin. Oh, and a quick reminder if you're new to internet tier lists. The ranking is A to D is your typical ranking from excellent to poor, and S is the highest, meaning super or special or something like that, spectacular. It's the highest. Okay, so first off is OD Finesse from Tokyo Dawn Records. I mean, these are the makers of Nova, one of the most, I think, respected, free, and affordable professional plugin companies out there. Okay. So the first thing you do with Finesse is the depth here is basically acts like the threshold. And there we start to see some spectral correction. See how it sounds? Pretty subtle. Huh. See, the threshold's getting really low now. I wonder about that. Like, what's the first 50% of this for? So we can increase the complexity of the spectral bands, much like Soothe 2. And the timing adjusts how quickly it reacts. So lower settings, spectral correction is happening quickly. At high, it's slow. So it's good to experiment with that. Faster settings might give you more accurate correction results, but can sound a little less natural. Leave that halfway for now. And the guard acts like a limit on the amount of processing. So if I put this up all the way, no processing. Down all the way, this is full spectral processing. So you can use that to control the overall level if you find it starting too artificial. Okay, let's bypass. Still pretty subtle. Let's crank it. Yeah, it's not bad. I can hear it removing some annoying stuff from the cymbals. But look at this. We've really run out of room here for processing. I'm not crazy about that. Let's change the timing. Now, here's kind of the killer feature with Finesse. So unlike Soothe 2, it doesn't have EQ nodes per se, but you can create your own custom nodes on all of these parameters. So I can increase the depth in the mid-range, which is where I want most of the processing anyway. And I can remove the processing on the low end. I can globally increase this. And I can also add nodes to the timing. So say I want it to act really quickly. I want it to act quickly on the highs. There, now we have fast highs, slow lows, maybe a little faster on the mids. And the guard can act the same way. I could use the guard to limit bass compression, and then say everything else gets normal. I can't remember how to remove. Oh right, I have this reversed. So no processing on the bass. Everything else gets processing. Maybe limit the highs. So you can see how powerful this is. And you can change the processing to mid-side. That's cool. And then you have retilt here. This is interesting, if I understand this one correctly. If you have heavy processing that's really altering the sound, you can use this to maintain loudness and the character of the sound. It's kind of hard to explain. But let's really... Okay, we really changed the tone. Yeah, the retilt is trying to add some energy back to it. If we take it down all the way. And there's the middle. I generally recommend to keep it at the 50%. It's trying to balance between the correction and loudness. But it's worth experimenting with. You can get some more energy in your track by pumping this up. Okay, let's rank this. So it was pretty hard to make this sound artifacty and bad. I'll give it that. I'm not crazy about the interface. I really don't like how you tend to waste the first half of the processing here. And it's not, the track isn't too quiet. This track is at a good level. So I find you don't, once you get processing going, you don't have a lot of room to add nodes. And once you want to push down your global threshold, you run out of room on the frequency you really want to process. So it sounds good. It's got some great ideas. The way you can parameterize everything is very cool. The retilt function is neat, if a little confusing. So, you know what? It's a quality product. Definitely try it out. But I'm going to put it, I think I'll put it in the middle. Or maybe C tier. I don't see myself using this too much. And how much does this cost? 149 euro. 240 Canadian. Yeah. I'm gonna put that in C tier. I'm not crazy about this plugin, to tell you the truth. All right. Ooh, this is one many people have asked for. Acustica Dove. Oh my God. And right away, we're seeing something that puts me off Acustica plugins. Like, what the hell is this? Like, I installed this plugin, and I swear to God, let's take a look here. Look at how much crap Acustica deposited in my VST directory. So that's 48 separate files, and then a folder with 143 items. Like, what the hell is going on? Look at this. That folder with 143 items is 150 megabytes. I don't know what all these add up to, but is this really necessary? And then I go to load the plugin, and I have like raw VST3 files, and then a bunch of nonsensical versions of the same plugin. And I think the only reason these exist are for different skins, right? You guys who love Acustica products, like, this is just different skins, I believe. Yeah, it's just different looks. So all this nonsense for different looks. I mean, I know these guys have been at it for like 20 years now. I'm kind of shocked that they don't know how to wrap up skins and all the code inside a single plugin. It's shocking to me. All right, that being said, let's give Dove a shot here. Oh yeah, I'm gonna load it again because I want to show you something something else I don't like about it. Okay, let's get this going. Yeah, scroll down, find Dove. Okay, the volume changes, and I have to wait for the GUI to... The volume changes, and I have to wait for the GUI to form. I don't know what's up with that. So after that, it's a pretty familiar interface. It's kind of Soothe-like. You have your nodes here, I believe, yeah. Pushing up increases reduction. Where's bypass? I can't remember. I'm going to use gain match to bypass this. So let's get some processing happening in the 1 to 3K region. I know my guitars have a lot of hiss in 3K. Have a lot of issues in 3K, should I say. So there we got some reduction happening. Let's bypass. Not bad. We can increase the range. Ooh. Drastic change there. Selectivity will make it pickier about which frequencies it attenuates. Smoothness will smooth out the whole curve of the spectral response. Attack and release, pretty straightforward. Reduction. This has pretty much all the settings you want. Mix the dry and wet. So you can go with heavier reduction and mix it back in. For more transparent. Oh, and you have different resolutions here. Let's go with the highest setting. And this is interesting. It has like different compressor reduction styles. Very mu. Whoa. Weird. I don't know about that. Yeah, I don't know if I need these different compression reduction styles. I don't know about that. Okay, something else I don't like, and I found this a lot with Acustica plugins, is the animation is very janky. Like, I don't know, this plugin just feels like it's going to fall apart on me in any second. And how much does this bad boy cost? I think probably more than $5. It's all very confusing. Dove. Oh, that's not bad. You can get it for €69. That's $100 Canadian. Not sure what the American price is. But, okay, that's not bad. For those of you that like Acustica products, maybe this is the good one for you. I find the sluggish animation and the horrible assault on my VST folder to be, you know, pretty much unacceptable. And I don't think it sounds so great that it really competes with other things like Waves, Equator, and Soothe. I'm going to put this on the D list. I've never been much of a fan of Acustica stuff, apart from I respect the company, but this stuff has always been buggy for me, never sounded particularly amazing, and this kind of continues my opinion of that. Okay, next up is ProAudio DSM V3. Wow, okay, it's been a while since I tried this one. Now, this is an interesting one. This plugin was very innovative when it came out. So this does kind of an interesting, hard to explain spectral compression. But the really cool thing about it, I remember, is that you could use it to analyze. You can capture your input source. You could use your mix as its own threshold. The only other plugin off the top of my head that I think that I see that does that is MSpectralDynamics, which we'll cover in a bit. But you can capture the average of the audio. So now you can use the spectrum of this audio as the compressor here. So now you're compressing your mix. You're compressing your mix with your mix. So you can achieve kind of, say if you like the tone, you can achieve kind of a more ideal tone for your mix from its own spectrum. Bypass. So I'm using gain match to match the volume, so we get a nice transparent A-B comparison. Pretty subtle. What you can do is you can start over and you can make your own thresholds here. It's a little limited in the 3-band. You can do expansion as well. And I mean, another thing you can do with this is you can load up spectrums from other songs. So let's say this is an ideal rock tune. Can do faster frequency timings. So here's where I am with the DSM V3. The interface is not very intuitive for most users, and it's not as flexible as Soothe and others. And it's not really a spectral correction plugin like we're used to. I think it's more like a multiband compressor with lots of strange stuff going on in the background. I mean, I bought this 15 years ago when it came out, and like I was convinced it was going to revolutionize my mastering, but you know, I never really used it because it does something, but I still don't know what it is, so I'm going to put this down in the D zone. I feel like there's some people who are shouting at the screen saying this is the coolest plugin ever, but I've just never gotten it, so I'm going to put it in the bottom. I don't think I would recommend it to most people. Next up is Sculpture. Uh-oh. All right, so my demo ran out on this, so I'll play the test that I did earlier. This is $95 US, and I thought this was complete crap. This sounded thin, overprocessed. I think this needs some more time in the oven. Sculpture firmly goes in the D tier, so we're off to a rough start here. Next up is Schwabe HiFAL. And this one, to be fair, this one is meant more for reducing sibilance. I included it here to be complete. It's not really a mastering plugin or designed for specific resonances. It's more for taming specifically high frequency content. And in that end, it was all right. I wasn't crazy about it. I'll just play what I did with it. And I'm going to also put that in the D tier. It's just not that applicable to what we're doing. It's an okay plugin. My demo ran out on Accentize Spectral Balance. It's a great plugin. Again, like all their stuff, designed mainly for voice. I wanted to test it out on music and instruments, and it was pretty good, but obviously much better for voice. So I'm going to put that one in the C tier, and then we'll move on. Okay, so this is an interesting one, Hornet TotalEQ. So this is basically Hornet's version of Pro-Q, but it has this nifty feature where it'll scan your track and listen for resonances and ugly frequencies. So it's not strictly a spectral processing plugin. It's not mathematically breaking up the signal into spectral bands, but it's a resonance correction tool, so I figured I'd keep it. And I can get some good results with it. So you just let it learn your audio. Okay, we got equal loudness in, which I like. Let's bypass. Pretty subtle. You can grab a bunch of nodes and deepen it if you want. Anyways, I find the auto EQ can give you a good start and a little bit of adjustment, and you can actually really clean up problems in a mix. Yeah, it's not bad, and you can get this super cheap on Hornet's site. So I like TotalEQ. I'm going to put it in the B tier, I think. Wait, how much does it cost right now? €34? Is that the full price? Yeah, it's not bad. I mean, this gives you a full track EQ, and it's got the auto EQ function, which is cool. So, you know, maybe I'll push this guy. No, B tier is good. B tier is good. I'm sticking with that. Okay, so we have the Sonible Learn bundle. And you can use the universal on your mix. Make it brighter, warmer. You can head over to Advanced to adjust things, or just use these tools. Listen to the bands that are being affected. So again, this is not Spectral, but I find the universal setting gives you great results, and you can also use it on individual instruments. It usually sounds pretty great. And also, learn limit. Learn limit you can use on your mix. Oh, sorry. Where's rock? There we go. So let's learn. And so the cool thing about this is that it's got a spectral resonance suppression here. So you could even, so now you level match this. You can increase the resonance suppression. Yeah, see, that's getting some of the guitar resonances. That's great. If you get the Learn Limit bundle, you get an EQ limiter with spectral correction, plus a compressor and a reverb. And I think, is the Focusrite deal still on? I think it might still be possible for Focusrite owners to get the whole Learn bundle for like $19. So check out my video on that. I have a short on that. So the Learn bundle is an amazing deal where you have at least 2 things that can help make your mix sound better automatically. So I'm going to put that in A, maybe just because, I mean, for resonance, spectral resonance suppression, it's limited, but it's there, and you get a full suite of plugins for that. So I think it's a good deal. All right, now we're going to get interesting. We got Waves Curves AQ. So this is a very cool plugin. This is an automatic EQ that will listen to the input and suggest EQ curves for it based off of the spectral information. Oh yeah, right. And you can choose from instrument, and you have a huge list. And this is much better than Sonible, I would say. They have a larger list of individual instruments. And then in the mix, you can choose from genres. Let's try rock, alternative. And so not only does it suggest a new EQ curve, it gives you 5 choices, so you can A/B them. That's a little darker. Yeah, it's taking some of that resonance off the guitar. That's a little smoother. So this controls the amount of cutting and boosting here. We can tilt the frequency range, make it more dynamic, more static. Very powerful. I think I like that one the best. All right, and the orb in the middle, as always, controls the amount of processing, so we can really go over the top. Oh, that's changing it so much. Could even mix the old one back in. Yeah, about 50-50. That sounds so much better. I love that. Yeah, this is one hell of a plugin, and it's routinely $39 or $29 on waves.com. Let's see what it's going for right now. $29. $29, and this is one of the best spectral correction automatic EQing plugins on the market. You can do so much with this. Like, this is so cool. Like, you have so much control over this. Reduce the cuts, reduce the boosts, dynamic, static. I don't know. I could go on all day about this. I fucking love this plugin. You, my friend, are going straight to the top. Yeah, this is a high recommend. The whole Waves Curves line is just kicking ass as far as I'm concerned. And speaking of, what about Waves IDX? So is IDX a spectral processor? I'm not totally sure. I think it's more like an automatic EQ plugin, probably matching against pink noise and looking for plosive frequencies and trying to even it out. And it's dead simple to use. Making it kind of bright. Whoa. Now you can use Quick Match over here to set the gain, to do the output gain. I don't know, it says auto gain, so I'm not sure why I have to manually fix this. And I can tune the curve, get rid of some of that high end. That sounds better. Wow. Okay, I can hear the processing now. Probably too heavy. We got speed, we can do a little slower. Okay, I think I like the soft setting better. Yeah, that's making it sound more even. Okay, so IDX is cool. Overall, I like Curves AQ a lot better. It's easy for this to sound a little over the top. Yeah, I'm gonna put this, I think in the A. It's excellent, but I think I would reach for Curves AQ and Curves Equator before IDX. Moving right along. Okay, so I guess I missed this last time, is a Pro-Q 4, because obviously the big deal is that it has spectral processing. So now you can make a band spectral. I want this. So I make this wide, I've got a lot of spectral processing already happening. And I can set this to auto gain. Make that spectral. See, this interface is really nice to control. I like using these graphical elements for the threshold. Yeah, there you go. I mean, you can just use the familiar interface of Pro-Q and create multi-band resonance suppressors. It's so powerful. It sounds great. You can control the frequency. I think you got the attack and release settings as well. There we go. Right. So now we can control the attack and release of each band. You can solo it, hear what it's doing. It's amazing. Oh yeah, this is a mid-side. You got mid-side dynamics, spectral, control the shape. Like, you know, Pro-Q's got the reputation for a reason. It's amazing. It's a strong recommend from me because it's so flexible and it's all inside your day-to-day track EQ plugin. So I'm going to put that in the S tier. Way to go, FabFilter. Next, we got Melda MSpectralDynamics. So I have a full in-depth review on this. Go check out my video on that if you haven't already. This one's pretty straightforward. I will say, when you first load MSpectralDynamics, you're not going to get this interface. Let's see if it's going to look like this. And the first two important things I do when I use MSpectralDynamics is, I mean, if you like these presets, go right ahead. But I find them a little hard to use. You want to hit Edit, and that'll give you the equalizer and the analyzer. And I like to expand this and hit automatic gain compensation and the limiter, just in case. I have the VST3 version saved how I like it. There we go. Yeah. AGC on, everything ready to go. So I'm lowering the threshold on processor 1. And that's doing correction right away. Pretty straightforward. Whoa. Sounds kind of gross. Try the naturality here. There's so many options. This is a very, very detailed resonance suppressor. We've even got a second processor here, but let's see where we can go with this. What's really cool is you can take the threshold. So now it's acting as a wideband threshold. I can put this back up here and say I want to focus on the mid-range. I can add threshold nodes. There we go. Now it's acting where I want it to. Bypass. There you go. I'm getting that grit out of the guitars. So that's great. You can also capture frequencies, so I could use another mix and apply that to this. You can create curves for your attack and release, and there's an equalizer too. Ew. Anyways, MSpectralDynamics is great. You can do pretty much anything with it. I often find it doesn't sound as smooth as other ones like Waves Equator and Soothe. And the interface can just be a real pain in the ass. Like, these nodes are a little hard to work with. You have to spend time, like I have to spend time to save a preset to get it to look like this. I find myself fighting a lot of these little screens here. I've never been that crazy about Melda's interfaces and their installer for that matter, but they do make quality products. This is a great spectral correction plugin, but it can take a little getting used to. That being said, I'm going to put it in the B tier. It's good, powerful, but I think I like it best for, I find I use it most for spectral matching. I like that feature. All right, so about a year ago, maybe more, Florah was released as a free plugin. And for me, it didn't work. It wanted me to install a separate plugin development architecture, and it just wasn't worth it. So I got nothing to show you there, and it shouldn't be difficult. So this is obviously a D tier, if not an F tier. Ooh, we got ProAudio Euphonia. This is a weird one. ProAudio McDSP, one of the best spectral correction plugins. But this one is just kind of mystifying to me. It's attempting to be an automatic mastering plugin, but let's see it in action. See if my demo is still working. Oh, shoot. All right, looks like my demo doesn't work anymore, so I'm just going to say this plugin is a complete joke. Avoid it at all costs. Like, it just sounded awful. The interface is comedic. I would never use this. This is a D tier, if not an F tier. So yeah, avoid Euphonia at all costs. Okay, next I have McDSP's SA-2 and SA-3 processors. The SA-2 was designed more as a dialogue processor, but the SA-3 is supposed to be their Soothe 2 solution. For me, the SA-2 dialogue processor sounded pretty good, but the tiny dials in the interface were annoying. I just wouldn't see much reason to get it, and I think it's discontinued now. The SA-3 is the follow-up. It was good for quick soothing, but the GUI is a little too small. It just, I don't know, didn't really strike me as a great product, and I can only imagine what they're charging for it. $129, yeah. I didn't think it was particularly competitive. It was okay. So I think I'm going to put it in the, I'm going to put SA-2 in the D tier and SA-3 in the C tier, like, meh. I would avoid. Next, we have Polyspectral MBC. So this is a multiband compressor, which I believe uses Spectral. I'm not sure if it's Spectral processing inside. Their name is Polyspectral. It's Polyspectral display. We'll check it out. Okay, so you click each band, and you can lower the threshold. It's pretty straightforward. You can solo. Yeah, sorry, this is a demo. Did I just reset it? Okay, I don't know what's happening. Can you change the size? Okay, that's good. So, I don't know. This is a fairly straightforward multiband compressor. The interface is pretty annoying. I'd rather have all the controls available all the time, instead of having to click on each one just to see its threshold. And I'm not crazy about horizontal thresholds either. This is kind of a pass for me. What is this, 70 bucks? I don't know. There's a lot better multiband compressors out there. I'm going for a D on this one, guys. Seems like a cool company, but not my cup of tea. All right. What's next? Harrison MPC Spectral Compressor. Oh, good. Another tiny interface. Okay, I guess that's better. Let's see here. Full range. Oh, there we go. Okay. So I can just choose from where I want it to process. Wait, if I hit low, I'm hitting high and it's processing the low end. I hit low and it's processing the high end. This is very confusing for me. Okay. Okay. I guess there's no automatic gain compensation, eh? Is that the bypass? Oh man, I really hate having to fool around with the output every time I make an adjustment. I mean, it's doing something, but I don't think it sounds very good. And I guess the knee kind of acts as a attack and release. I don't think this is very good. Interface is shit. You're going in the bottom. Okay, we're getting pretty full in the D list. All right, I guess that's somewhat predictable. Uh-oh, my cat's nudging my mic. Yeah? Uh-oh. You're just causing chaos. Next up was the Drumforge DSPDSM V3. So this is meant primarily as a drum deharsher, help with cymbals and room mics. I tried it out on mixes. It was okay. Yeah, obviously not meant for full mixes, so I'm just gonna add it to the bottom through no fault of its own. Sorry, DF-CLARIFY. And next up was a strange hidden nugget called MasterMagic from the legendary Rob Papen. And, you know this guy's a synth legend. He makes amazing stuff, and I do love how his website is trapped in 2005. It's not a good plugin. It was kind of trying to be like that euphonic one, where it's just trying to be an automatic masterer, and like all of those, it sounded like crap. It didn't work very well. I'm just going to put that in the bottom. Okay, next up is Fourier Compressor by Reflex Acoustics. I really like this guy's limiters. They make some interesting things, if a little bit rough around the edges sometimes. So let's see. Compress all frequencies. Okay, okay. Gonna lower that attack. Gonna bypass. Huh. Okay, there it's starting to sound a little artifact. Interesting. Huh. Compress loudest frequencies. Huh. I don't hear much of anything with this. This is confusing with a small interface. This doesn't feel very professional. In the bottom you go. Yeah, it's got to get something good. Okay, next up we have a free plugin called TheMasker from Cinematics. Cinematics, interesting. Okay, so it has Barry. Okay, so it's pulling back. And this is amplifying mass frequencies. So I'm going to bury the mass frequencies. I got clear frequencies. Very clear frequencies. Doesn't seem to do much. So I guess the sidechain level is the input level. So I guess you can also use this as a sidechain unmasker. A mount. Okay. You know, when I first tried this out, I really hated it. But for free, this is pretty decent. You just don't want to push it too far. Yeah. This is free, right? I'm not just making that up. Yeah, this is free. Got a whole bunch of free stuff in here. Go check it out. So you know what? I remember hating it when I first tried it, but TheMasker is totally free. It does spectral reduction. It's not the most like transparent and finesse sounding, but you know, it's free. I'll put it right in the middle there. Way to go, TheMasker. Hey, here's Acon Digital DeFilter. Whoa. So we're gonna learn the input. Huh. So it seems to be pushing it towards a certain frequency range. But what's the goal? What's the reference? Oh, music. Wow. Threshold doesn't seem to be doing anything. Ugh. Did I make the Equator Pro? Is it because, should I be using something else as a reference? Here's a reference track that I have. Huh. Sounds like assholes. Okay, maybe that's a little better. Okay, so I guess this is more of a spectral matching situation. So find a reference that you like and this might match it, but there's not much control here. There's really not much you can do. Yeah, I don't know. Acon Digital. You guys are weird. You're going in the bottom. Look at that. We're double row now. FireCharger. So this is supposed to be a spectral charger. Supposed to do some kind of spectral improvement. Well, I can definitely hear it distorting the mix. Yeah, you know what? This isn't for mixes. I can see this being amazing on rock guitars. This isn't really a spectral plugin. I don't think it's bad, it's just not supposed to be here. Alright, UnitedPlugins MasterMind. So this is supposed to be another automatic mastering plugin. So this is the spectral part right here, the optimizer. It's AB. Yeah, it's not doing much. So apart from that, I mean, this one can also do spectrum matching. I don't think it's doing much of anything to the signal, really. Yeah, that's a D. I like UnitedPlugins, but that one's a bit of a loser. Next, we have a very brief shining moment, or not so shining moment, in Focusrite's history. I don't think this is available anymore. They briefly sent this out in an email, and you can get Soften for free. So it's a Sonnox plugin for Focusrite. They put this out. This is a spectral correction plugin. Let's see how it sounds. So it's a one knob corrector. Take it all the way. It actually doesn't sound bad. Yeah, I mean, it's simple. This would be excellent. It's got settings for guitars and vocals. If you have this, it's a nice little tool. I'm tempted to put it in A because it's free, but I don't even know it's available anymore. I'll put it in B. All right, so this brings us back to the previous, mostly the previously reviewed plugins. Takes us to Soothe 2. So here's the classic, the interface we all know and love. There you go, quick and easy, already sounds better. I mean, look, there's a reason this is the classic. This already sounds great. And I can engage oversampling, higher resolution. It's got delta bypass. What I love about Soothe 2 is the interface just works like you expect. I don't think I read the manual for this for like a year or two after I got it. And I often don't even bother touching the attack and release times. Yeah, there's a reason this is the classic. And for me, this reigns on the top. It is pricier. Next is its sister, Bloom. And this one's a personal favorite for me. So this is spectral correction, but it's also dynamic EQ plotting with an EQ built in. So this is more like Oeksound was trying to rethink EQ. Let's see. So it does increase the amount, and it starts to adjust the spectral bands. Let's put it on high quality. See, the frequencies already sound better. Even if you put it nice and high. Yeah. The gross notes on the guitar are gone. And the really neat thing about Bloom is that once you push it into the squash territory, it adds upward compression. You have to set the trims here. That's great for giving your track more energy. And you can push it pretty hard. And if you want to add some more bass, go ahead. Is it too bright? Take off some highs. Lower some of the mids. I love how this sounds. I tell you, if I've got a mix and it's got to go out really quickly and I'm just like, oh, this doesn't sound very good. Like if I run it through Bloom, it takes care of most of the problems right away. It's kind of like the best instant mastering program there is. So this goes on S tier. That's probably my favorite of the bunch so far. I love this plugin. And next is, Curves Equator. This is regularly available for $29 to $39, even though it's supposed to be $79, which is still a deal compared to Soothe and other competitors. Let's see what it's going for right now. $34.99. That's so cheap. It's nothing for this plugin. And I say of all of them, this one might be the easiest to just get up and running with. You just lower the main threshold, and you're already in correction land. And it's got auto gain compensation, so I don't even need to use gain match. It already sounds better. And this program is so powerful. You can add nodes to the threshold, so you can push the processing. It has multi-band processing. So I can lay off the highs and the lows. You can change the sensitivity of the spectral bands. You can tilt the shape. You can use a warm algorithm. A warm reference track, sorry, not algorithm. You can tilt the frequency range. So I can add some bass back in. This mix is a little thin sounding. You have full control over tack and release and the precision of the spectral bands. Tilt EQ, you can smooth out the curve for a more natural sound. Mix it back into your normal mix. A limiter for protection, auto makeup, and of course you have mid-side processing. There's so many features on this for 34 bucks. Like, what a difference. Maybe a little much. Look at all of that, and with the audio gain compensation, I'm not constantly fiddling with the output knob. It means so much to me. Yeah, this is my favorite spectral correction plugin. I think it was last time, and it shall remain evermore. Maybe I'll put this in order of favoriteness. Yeah, this looks about right. Okay. Yeah, I love Waves Curves Equator. Like, it's my go-to now. And it's so light. It's incredible to use. Next, we have another famous one, Smooth Operator Pro. So again, just like Curves Equator, you can lower the wide band and just get going. But let's focus our processing. Oh, that's cool. So you can preserve the lows and the highs. You can protect them. Here's the one thing I don't like about Smooth Operator. There's no automatic gain compensation. Even though they've updated it since they put it out, I have to manually go in here and increase the gain. And not only that, the gain's in percentages. I don't know why this is not in decibels. But it sounds better, and you have lots of controls here. You can have peak detection versus RMS detection, detail, isolation. You can change the type of compression, work with imaging, sidechain input, which is a killer feature. You can mix it back in with the signal. You have lots and lots of granular control here. Oh yeah, and every band has controls that can override the global controls over here, so. Yeah, that's a good improvement. It's a powerful plugin. The only thing I don't like about it is there's no automatic gain compensation, and it's also confusingly in percentages, although the output is in decibels. I find that very strange. And I do find myself, the interface, lots of stuff is hidden in sections, so I find myself clicking around a lot, which can be distracting when you're trying to get work done. And overall, I find Smooth Operator Pro a little more prone to artifacting than, say, Waves Curves Equator or Soothe 2 or DSEQ. But it's a great plugin. What are they charging for it these days? 109 Canadian? Yeah. So it's competitively priced. I think it's a good choice to pick up, especially if you do sidechain spectral compression. It has good features for that. So Smooth Operator Pro, I'm going to put in the B category. It's good, but I don't use it that often. And just to be a completist, I'm slapping in Smooth Operator, the old version, which you can't buy anymore. So this one, many of you will be familiar with this. You have your global threshold, and then you have you have 4 nodes total that you can use to further control the processing. So you can get some correction done with Baby Audio. Smooth Operator 1. You know, I never used it very much. I find the controls too simple and the processing is too strong, especially for things like a full mix. So it's not around anymore, and I was never crazy about it. It kind of deserves a bit of a legendary reputation, but I'm still going to put it in the D pile. And speaking of the D pile, there's Mastering the Mix Rezo. I reviewed Rezo a long time ago. You can check out my review from a few years ago when it came out. And what I don't like about Rezo is that it has a lot of manual steps to it, and it doesn't really get you very good results. So let's see. So you run it, and in this state, there's nothing to do. You have to tell it to calculate targets. I don't know why it doesn't do this by default. So it shows you the targets. Now you have targets, and it's still not doing anything. I have to manually engage the targets. Now it's doing something. And yeah, it's very gentle. In order to get some more processing going, I have to grab all these nodes and pull them down. Yeah, so I'll give it this. It is correcting some of the frequency problems. This one's not doing anything. Oh, there we go. So, I don't know. Basically, you just wind up with some very thin frequency cutting, and I don't think it sounds very good. The way the interface, like, you just have to do everything yourself. I don't understand what they were thinking here. I'd just rather load up Soothe 2 or Curves Equator and just have it show me where the resonances are, and I can work from there. Yeah, I've never been a fan of Rezo, and I'm still not. So much D. Okay, what's next? All right, DSEQ. Well, this one's a legend. And this is by far the most complex plugin on here. There's just so much happening. Oversampling, quality, let's go to high. Let's do... So just to make anything happen, you can just lower the threshold. Wow, it's taking a lot out of the bass, eh? Or we can make things happen. I forgot the other way. I can make these steeper. And every one of these bands has a complex selection of filters to choose from, slopes. Attack and release, channel length, selectivity. And this is a good one. You have the gain reduction max, so you can control what the maximum gain reduction is, so for gentler application across your mix. And if I'm not mistaken, I don't think I don't think there's auto gain, so this is a little bit quiet. That's a shame. But as you can hear, it's effectively getting the raunchiness out of the guitars. Yeah, and you can also, it's also got a, well, it says AI, but it's got like a simple mode, which can be good for people who don't want to have that much parameters going on. And you can load your own profiles, so you can load other mixes to match it to. Yeah, DSEQ is amazing. I find myself reaching for it the most when I have a tough mix with complex issues. But I don't use it that much these days. I'm going to put it in A. It's top shelf. It's amazing. And it's also on the more expensive side, if I remember correctly. What's the price on you? 79 euro. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, 130 Canadian. Kind of getting into the Soothe 2 zone. So it's more expensive, but it is insanely powerful. But at this point, like I said, I find I can get what I want from Curve's Equator, which is fast, easy to use, and also has tons of control. And it works with my brain very well. I find myself with DSEQ, I'm traveling a lot from horizontally from the EQ graph to the stuff on the side, and you have stuff on the bottom. So I find there can be a fair amount of traveling on this interface, but it is a great plugin. Okay, next up we got Smart EQ, which this does have full music presets. Let's say hard rock. So again, this is more of an EQ plugin, not a spectral correction plugin. But it does get good results, and it's also got an adaptive feature. I believe this is using spectral processing. Oh, that sounds good. Yeah, that really gets the filth off the mix. Yeah, so Smart EQ is great for correcting mixes and tracks, and it has a dynamic feature, so I think it should be mentioned along with these other ones. It's very good. If you find a good deal on this, I highly recommend it. Oh, and the unmasking mixing that it does across your tracks, so you can have 6 of them hooked together, and you can do unmasking between tracks and change the prominence of each track automatically. Check out my review on Smart EQ 4. It's an amazing plugin. I'm going to put that in the S tier, actually. Okay, and now Gullfoss. So Gullfoss is a bit of a weird one, because it uses arcane terminology. So we have recover, which is going to try to recover frequencies that are missing. Okay, pretty subtle. And tame's going to try to control frequencies you don't want. There's the bias. So I believe the bias, higher settings result in higher frequencies, and minus will add more bass frequencies. And then brighten's pretty self-explanatory. This mix is getting a little bright, so we can take the... I find it tends to make mixes brighter, so I tend to roll off brighten on this. And boost does kind of a back sound all high and low boost. So there you go. Yeah, it's rolling off some of the mid-range scum. This is pretty heavy processing. I'd usually go lighter than this. How much is Gullfoss these days? Oh boy. Oh yeah, okay. So it's almost 300 Canadian, probably like 250 US. Whew. It's pricey. It's a good plugin, but the controls are confusing and it's just not as powerful as Soothe or Waves, Curves, Equator. Not a lot of granular control over what you're doing, so I find myself reaching for Gullfoss sometimes at lighter settings in mastering, just to kind of, it does something, but it's subtle. And if you push it too far, you can hear the EQs jumping around. But overall, yeah, Gullfoss, there's no question Gullfoss is a quality plugin, but I think it's kind of lost its relevance a bit. So, that being said, I'm going to regretfully put it in the C position. Okay, so now it's time for some comedy relief. I have a review of this from many years ago. I think it was like my 4th or 5th video. Let's hear how Wavegrow Vasta sounds like. This is a free plugin that claimed to be a Soothe 2 competitor. Oh yeah. Okay. We're taming everything. Even when we're not supposed to be. Oh, we got oversampling. Oh yeah. Oh, we have a second version here. Oh yeah, that's a huge difference. Oh my god, what's this screw do? Oh Jesus. This thing has a screw loose. So there you go. That's Vaustus. Doesn't that make your mix sound great? Oh my god, what a piece of shit. I wish I'd made an F tier for this. That's one of the worst plugins I've ever used. Sorry, I know it's free. I think the developer makes some other good stuff, but I mean, that's not like a mix correcting plugin. It's not doing anything. It's just like a high shelf filter. So next we have BX Refinement, a slightly liked but controversial plugin because many of us suspect it's just a notch filter around 3.1 kilohertz. So what it's really good at is killing that harshness in guitars. And it's got like a wider one. That's really about it. There's this whole modulation section which I never touch. I don't know why I would want to modulate a mastering plugin. It just doesn't make any sense. Apart from that, you have saturation, mono maker, which is a good idea. That would help. Say you want to make everything under 100 hertz mono. Sure, why not? And you can increase stereo width. Gives you a bit of some mastering tools there. But really, all I ever use this for is just getting rid of the harshness in guitars and mixes. And I mean, at the end of the day, it's not much different than doing this. Okay. Yeah, see, about the same thing. I would say if you get BX Refinement for free with your Plugin Alliance subscription, then it's useful to load up. But also, I think DRes might be better because DRes you can sweep the frequencies. It has a few more options too. So You know, I've been a defender of BX refinement, but I think that time has come and gone. I'm just going to put that in the bottom and say there's no point. D-Res is a better solution, and we'll come up to that shortly. Okay, next we have Waves Factory Equalizer, which is a dynamically plotted equalizer. Dynamically plotted spectral equalizer. So equalizer will dynamically cut and boost frequencies, trying to get it to a better spot. You can actually hear that's what it's boosting, and this where it's cutting. And if you don't want it to cut the lows, you can drag here, and this pretty animation will prevent it from processing in that zone. You can also tell it to, you can also tell it to only cut. You can remove boosting completely, and just have it subtract things you don't like. It's AB. You can mix it in with the original. You can make it brighter or darker. So I will say, equalizer can sound really good. I find it better for instruments. On a mix, I find you tend to hear pumping artifacts pretty quickly, and it's hard to get it to not sound bright and artificial. It's a cool plugin, and I reviewed it favorably a few years ago when it came out. Waves Factory is a cool company. Maybe I'm missing something, but I find it's better on drums and guitars and synths than an entire mix. I find it either sounds really good or a little too heavy in the processing. And you can also do sidechain ducking with it, so it's a good plugin. I don't reach for it that often. I'm going to put it right in the middle. All right, next up is Tekivation M Clarity 2. So this is a pretty simple one. So it's already doing something. I find M Clarity's, you can really push it. It's quite subtle. But it definitely does something. Let's try the intensity up. Yeah, that sounds pretty good. So here's a fun thing though. It has an automatic mix assistant, so it'll suggest settings for you. I find these are usually way too subtle. Yeah, there's a bit of improvement on the guitars. Let's push it farther. Yeah, again, this sounds good. And you can, it's limiting the frequency range to just from here to here, from 200 to 3.2 kilohertz. So that's good. The rest of the mix is safe. Yeah, this sounds good. M Clarity is smooth and subtle, and the mix assist helps you kind of narrow in on the place that you need to work on. I like M Clarity. I think it's a great value when it's on sale too, so this is a good one. I'm going to put M Clarity in A. I like it a lot. Next is Ozone Clarity, which is for the high end of your mix. Like, it starts at 300 hertz. Okay, it's fixing some of the guitars, but it's getting pretty bright. So I could remove that processing if I want. So it's only working on the guitars. Or I can use the tilt to make it a little darker. Yeah, there you go. For a mix like this, where most of the problems are in the higher range. Yeah, that's working great. Okay, M clarity is simple, easy to use, sounds good. You go to the A line. And next, keeping with the ozone thing, we're going to do low end focus, which is the opposite of clarity. It only focuses on the low end. So pay attention to the kick drum. Check how much more active the kick is now. Try the smooth setting. So this is really good for getting the bass back into the mix. Yeah, and the punch is brilliant for when your kick is lost in the mix. Beautiful, I love that. Like, that's just magic right there. Low end focus goes in the A zone. Definitely something to reach for if your mix needs help. Next we got Ozone Spectral Script. Next we got Ozone Spectral Shaper. I reviewed this one a long time ago. So this is a full band resonance suppressor. There we go. Let's try light. Hearing it pump a lot. Oh, it's a learn feature. Oh, I forgot about that. We can do mid-side processing, side only. That's great. And apply it only to transient sustain. That sounds pretty good. I find it hard to control. It gets a little crazy. It goes from kind of 0 to 100 very quickly. It's helping. I think I need a longer release time. Huh. I feel like I'm fighting it. Like, as soon as I get it to where it's actually reducing as much as I want, it's really pumpy and artifacty. I don't like Spectral Shaper. I'd rather use anything in the B and A row. Maybe even in the, or sorry, anything in the S and A row, or maybe including B as well. All right, good old Speccraft. See, another plugin I love where you just lower the main threshold and things start happening. And then I can add EQ nodes like Soothe 2 to get things starting to happen. Where's the bypass? There we go. Yeah, there you go. It already sounds better. And this is great. You can have an adaptive threshold. You got your knee. Use attack release. You have the format, which can help. You have the formant, which can help preserve the sound that's being corrected. You can also load up profiles, so you can do spectral matching with this as well. Oversampling, why not? You gotta look ahead. Yeah, look at that, sounds great. It really gets that gristle out of the guitar. Like, this is good to go. Already sounds better. Yeah, Speccraft still kicks ass. Where are you? There you go. In you go. Did I do ozone stabilizer yet? Okay, I'm gonna go do ozone stabilizer. So stabilizer is interesting. You can choose from genres here. Let's go to good old rock. Post rock. Do rock. So I can tell it to only cut bad frequencies. Doesn't like my low end very much. So this is trying to match it to general rock stuff. Alt rock? How's that? There we go. Change the speed. So this is pretty straightforward. If you don't want it to process at all on the low end, you can turn that down. Okay, I like this better than Spectral Shaper. Much more familiar interface. That's cool that it gives you just a cut option. There you go. That fixes our guitars right there. Nice and simple. Okay, ozone stabilizer is excellent. You go with your brothers and sisters in A. So Synaptic Balance is next. My demo ran out ages ago during the first video. I really like that plugin. Sounds very cool. It kind of just makes things sound better. It's kind of limited for editing, but I thought it was a very cool plugin. I would like to have it one of these days when I have $100-some kicking around. I'm definitely going to pick it up. I like it. It just makes things sound better, and it's kind of a fun, weird interface. Hard to explain, but I really liked it. I'm going to put it in the B zone. I want to put it in A. I really like it. I would use it a lot more if I had it. Yeah, I'm going to leave it in A. I think it's a great plugin. Go check it out. Okay, next up is WA Production Detroubler. Now, this was disappointing to me when it came out because I love D-Res, and detroublers seem to be a cool idea to show you what's wrong in your mix and correct that, but let's see what the issue is. So I turn this up here. And as I turn it up, I'm seeing little circles that show me where the problem areas are. So now I have this cranked. But what's it actually doing? I'm going to bypass. This sounds exactly the same. It doesn't do anything. So I hear some stuff here, some spectral artifacts, but it's not doing anything. So, thanks, D-Trouble. You're not worth the trouble. Okay, so we're going to put D-Troubler right in the bottom. If there was an F tier, I would put it there. It's just, it doesn't do anything. I can't recommend it. Conversely, there's WA Production D-Res, which was one of my favorite plugins of 2024. I believe that's when it came out. And all you got to do with D-Res is you use the listen to zero in on a frequency, like sweeping EQ. And just try to find the most annoying frequency. And then you pull that down. There, already sounds better. And you get all sorts of other cool frequencies, and you get other cool options like making it dynamic. You can compensate by adding back in some of the frequencies it took out. You got lots of other options here. You can do octaves of the fundamental. And you can go pretty hard on D-Res and it still sounds good. Yeah, love this plugin. Right now it's $14. You can get it for less during sales. So I love D-Res. It's quick and easy. I'm putting it in the S tier because it's cheap and easy. Now next is a plugin that I was really mean to before. I found this very buggy when I first started using it. And it's a little hard to get used to at first, even though it's generally designed after Soothe. But here's the biggest problem. For some reason, he set the default release time to 5,000 milliseconds. Just lower this down to 100, whoops, to the minimum. And now things work as expected. There you go. Maybe increase. Wow, that's really touchy. Yeah. So this is the first time I realized it was the release, that massive release time was ruining the plugin. But I still find it sounds a little artifacty. Oh, there it goes, back to 5,000. Look, it's a Hornet plugin. I find it a little buggy, a little mysterious. It's not for me. But once I figured out the release time, I could actually get some decent results from it. I'm going to put it in C. Yeah, I'm not crazy about it, but if you sit down and spend some time with it, and maybe if you're on a PC or something, it'll work better, but yeah, I don't know. I just haven't had a good time with it. And next we have Balance EQ, also from Hornet. And this is just an automatic EQ. You can just let it do its thing. You're going to listen to the mix. So there you go, it's caught some resonances. Sounds a little bulky in the low mids. Huh, you can't edit these? Can lower the amount. You know, sounds a little better. Yeah, it's not bad. I don't know if it's really a Spectral plugin, but it's an automatic corrector. I find it can be good for second opinion. I'll give it a C. We got Neutron Sculptor. This is more for instruments, for tracks and instruments. Try instrument bus. I mean, it's doing correction. Sounds a little better. You could limit the processing to the guitar range if you wanted. Yeah, it's not bad. Neutron Sculptor. More for tracks, but I'll give it a B. And now the Smoother by Phil Spicer. Mix cleanup. Doing a lot in the low end. Get on the guitars here. I find, you know, it's hard to say what's wrong with this plugin. The controls I find a little weird. And I can't control the FFT size of the Spectral bands. And I just find, once I get a good amount of reduction going, the guitars sound flat now. Like they lose all their attack. Let's turn on the oversampling. Oh! Oh, listen to that! Oh my god! It sounds synthetic. Yeah. You know, this plugin, if you get it for cheap, it will do some spectral correction. I'd be very careful with it. To me, it tends to flat out transients. I think because you can't control the width or the finer control over the FFT bands, it's just kind of turning everything into digital soup. So, not crazy about this one. I'm going to put that in the bottom tier. This is Wave Silk Vocal. It's a spectral correction plugin designed for vocals, but can it be used on a mix? Yeah. Put that in the guitar zone. Yeah, that's helping. Take off some of the harshness in the highs. That's not bad. Yeah, Silk Vocals, pretty good. Put it in the B tier. Next is Tokyo Dawn Labs Arbiter. So this one's pretty straightforward. You just use the EQ nodes to get the processing going. There's auto gain compensation here. You just press this to make up for it. That sounds better already. Yeah, that sounds great. I mean, this is a pretty straightforward plugin. Control your range, the speed of the response time, your frequency, and ERB is like the width. That's really about all you need to know about this one. It's a good plugin. Yeah, €50, not bad. So, it's definitely worth checking out. Next we got Vox & Go Tiote, or that's easier on the ear. So problem I have with Vox & Go plugins is that they're kind of impenetrable. Everything gets weird names, but he makes great plugins. I like how it's bringing that kick drum out. That's pretty cool. Okay, you have different profiles. Yeah, that sounds great. So Vox & Go Tiote sounds great. You definitely need to sit down with the manual and kind of memorize what he's talking about with when he has boost T and bass attack and high frequency timing. And then there's like 1, 2, 3, 4 CSF, ULW. Yeah, I read the manual yesterday. It made sense then, and I've already forgotten it. But there's no doubt that this is a quality plugin. So I will put Tiote in the... I'm going to put it in a B just because I've had it for a long time. I don't use it that much because Vox & Go plugins intimidate me. I'm just going to say it. All right, next up is FL Studio Mitigate. FL Studio users might be delighted to know that I downloaded and installed FL Studio. And Mitigate's a third-party plugin designed to be a resonance suppressor. And I was able to open it, but none of the parameters worked except for the tone knobs in the bottom. It's, I don't know, it didn't work for me, so it's a D tier for me. I don't know if it's because I'm using an older iMac maybe, but it just did not work. Next up is Hornet Q. Again, another automatic EQ that's going to listen for resonant and plosive frequencies and turn them down. Interesting. Made the mix a little more mid-rangey. So I can deepen the correction if I want. Change the overall tone, adjust the brightness, and the V-shape gives it kind of a scoop. It's definitely getting some of the bad frequencies. Well, that sounds pretty good. Yeah, much like TotalEQ, I have to go in and kind of mess with the settings a bit, but I like its suggestions. It's good for a second opinion. I'm not wild about it. I'm going to give it a C. Next up, we have Tokyo Dawn Records again with De-Edger. This is a really old plugin. This is basically, it's kind of like D-Res. You just choose your frequency, the width, and how much of it you're going to cut. So it's 3.1. That's actually where I do want to cut. Huh. See, this is doing nothing, and that's it. That's all the control you have. You can switch between left and right, left plus right, or mid-side processing for what it's worth. Yeah, this plugin is not good. She gone. Next up is MS Studio, which is an interesting plugin. This is designed to auto-correct primarily the mid side, so the stereo and the mono part of your mix. Bypass. So it is kind of increasing the stereo field, and the orange triangles here are resonance reductions, resonance cuts. So you can increase those if you want. So that is the spectral part there. And you can also load up references. You can make your own or use the ones they provide. So it's kind of a different take on spectral correction by incorporating the mid-side mixing process into it. You can make your song wider if you want. Worth checking out. It's a little pricier, but take a look. I think some mastering engineers will get a lot of mileage out of this plugin. I'm going to say it's interesting. I'll give it a B. Next up is Slate Infinity Horizon. Many people have asked for this, so it's good to finally get around to it. So this works a lot like Curve's Equator. They just kind of change the positioning a bit. So you raise the black hole, and that gives you correction. So this is broadband correction. Now the bad news, no auto gain makeup. So you either can do the broadband makeup here, or you can do it in the output section. I'm guessing 3 dB of gain difference. Is there a bypass? Internally, yes. Not bad. Now the good news is, if you want more control, you can switch to multiband processing. So we could like remove most of the other processing and just focus on the guitars. It's doing a pretty good job. Find with Curve's Equator, I find with Infinity Horizon that it's kind of flattening out the guitars into pink noise as well. Let's check versus Curve's Equator. Yeah, listen on the chugging. It's got transients. Let's listen to Infinity Horizon. Yeah, I think it's kind of smearing the transients a bit. Maybe that could be changed with the timing. That's interesting. And I find something I don't like about Infinity Horizon is how much time I spend jumping around here to here, go down to the lower right to change the gain, go back over here. I think it's a beautiful interface, but it's kind of poorly thought out in terms of user activity. Oh, this is fun. I forgot to mention this. A neat feature with this is down here, it shows you potential problem areas. So you could know to maybe focus in on 700 Hertz more. Anyways, yeah, I find it kind of smears out the transients. So I'm going to controversially say I don't like it very much. I would probably not be using Infinity Horizon going forward. But if you get it with your Slate subscription, you know, it's added value. Next up, we have Future MB. And this is the latest from TBT, who make Speccraft, which is one of the best. So now they have a multiband dynamics plugin. And the cool thing about this is that it's got upward compression, gates, compressor, all this stuff. But let's turn off this stuff. You can hide these too. I thought you could hide them by clicking on them. Yeah, there you go. Okay, and look at, so let's get the compressor here. If I hit Spectral, this turns it into a Spectral processor, and I increase this here. And now I've got spectral correction happening. And I can use this little animation here to increase the range of the processing. Oh, and this one has auto gain. Yes. Yes, Queen. There you go. And with this, you can have multi-band spectral processing. Oh, and get this. I'll turn on spectral. Okay, you can have spectral upwards compression. So if there are frequencies or something that you want to bring up in the mix, you can do that in the spectral domain. Very cool. And this already sounds better. Yeah, this is an amazing plugin. I think I'll do a full review of it soon. It's just, there's too many features to go into, but this is another spectral correction plugin for sure. And it's a good one. So I'm going to put that into the A tier for now, until I get to know it better. And now, finally, I have a couple of brand new ones that came out last week. So here's a free one called Anina. And where does this come from? From Kirkle? QRQL? Kirkle? So this is a free resonance suppressor. Uh-oh. Oh, no. That's the difference? Can I limit where it's working? I can increase the FFT size for more detail. Wow. I mean, it is a spectral compressor, but sounds like ass. Appreciate people trying, but nope. Okay, Purge Plus. I don't mean to be mean, but I mean, this is not really usable. Okay, so here's another one that came out like a couple days after Anina, is Purge Plus. This goes for $35, I want to say. Yeah, 35, regular 49. Whoa. Ooh. That's really strong. For 15%. Oh no. Oh God. Oh. So you can tell this is really modeled off of Soothe 2. It looks like Soothe 2. Behaves similar. Oh God, what is happening? Oh God, it just stopped working. kind of weird. Oh. Oh no. Too sensitive. Turn that down maybe. Oh god. It's just taking all of the low end energy before anything else. And you have attack and release settings, but you have to dig into the preferences. I don't like that at all. I did speak to the developer. They said they were going to change that because there's plenty of room here. Although, is it going to matter? That's a little better, but well, this is a little bit better than Anina, but not much. That's a pass for me. I just don't think it's ready for prime time. Okay, so that's all 62 plugins. So let's look at the S tier. So actually, you know what? Let's bring up last year. Okay, so last year, the winners were Waves Curves Equator, D-Res, Smart EQ, and Speccraft. And this year, oh, I got a lot more in the top tier. Got Curves Equator, Bloom, Waves Curves EQ, so that's 2 for Waves. Pro-Q 4. Yeah, that would have been the top in my list last year, but it wasn't out yet. Soothe 2 is back in the top. I think it deserves to be there, you know? It's a classic for a reason. Smart EQ 4 is still in the top. It does excellent job with automatic EQing. It's got dynamic spectral EQ, and then it's got the unmasking between instances, which just makes it a killer app. TBT Speccraft, despite being complicated, it got my mix sounding better right away. And then D-Res, which is a cheap, simple solution that I think everyone can enjoy. So there you go. That's my recommendations as of February 2026. Stay tuned. Maybe next year I'll do like 100 of these. So I hope this was helpful to you. As always, if you want to support the channel, use my affiliate links at Plugin Boutique. And thanks so much for watching. Obviously I'll put a chapter list here so everything's indexed so you can bounce around. All right. Thanks so much for watching. Until next time, mix well.